أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
Before we start our khutbah, we just want to make sure every child go and sit next to your parents. We have so many kids, otherwise make sure you are not talking to one another. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who allowed us to witness not the Orphan Friday. There is no Orphan Friday in Islam. Some people believe that the last Friday of Ramadan is an orphan. It has no similarity or something like that. We just say, Alhamdulillah, we still have one more Friday in the month of Ramadan, and it is a ni'mah. But this Friday also will end by the sunset of today. As we say, your life is numbered. Use it to throw open the windows of your soul to the sun. If you don't, the sun will set and you wake. Ramadan will set this evening. And for some, it's already set. I don't want to talk about that because it's not very important. The greatest virtue of a speaker, not only to say what is necessary, but also not to say what is not necessary. And Alhamdulillah, some of the brothers believe yesterday was the last day of Ramadan and they celebrate Eid today. May Allah accept their ibadah, and some believe to complete 30. In the end of the day, إِنَّمَا يَتَقَبَّلُ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Not everyone who fasted Ramadan will be accepted, but only those people who ended Ramadan with the fruit of it, at-taqwa. إِنَّمَا يَتَقَبَّلُ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Allah accepts only from those people who did what they did out of piety and out of fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is common anyway for us to differ in the beginning and the end of Ramadan. But that does not mean we assassinate our joy or our happiness and forget the whole purpose. If we can make it 29 days together, which is compulsory, why can't we make it 1 day or 2 days together, which is sunnah anyway? And we know it is time to learn how to be humble and how to deal only with big stuff and big things, not the little ones. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our qiyam, our fasting, and Laylatul Qadr, inshallah, we are reborn in that night, hopefully. So it is Ramadan, it is setting, but we have to remain risen. Ramadan was all about how to keep on going without the sunlight, without the moonlight, how to make a road for yourself when there is no road. Ramadan was about training yourself to walk to Allah alone and supervise, and be able always to realize and say to yourself, if it is the right thing to do it. And if it is the wrong thing to do, don't do it. If it is the truth, say it. If it is not, don't say it. So we don't have to say a lot about this, but we want to see and go through what have we been learning in the month of Ramadan. What measurement took place in our thoughts, in our words, in our behavior, in our character, in order to have a very beautiful destiny. As we know, we said it many times, Allah said in the Quran, in order to improve your deeds, you have to say what is good. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu taqullaha wa qulu qawlan sadida. O you who believe, fear Allah and say what is worthy and right and truthful and straight and fruitful. If you talk nice, what will happen? Yuslih lakum a'malakum. Allah will reward us because we talk nice. What He approves, He will reward us by helping us also to do nice and act nice. It means what we say links to what we do. What we say affect or infect what we do. So what your thoughts, or they become words. We think before we speak. And what we say, we dare to do it. And what we do becomes our habit. And our habit will be our character, and our character will be our destiny. And Ramadan came to tame all of this, to measure our words, and our thoughts, our behavior, and remember always to be again the Khalifa, the human being Allah intended when He created Adam alayhi salam. And Allah made us for one another. If we are not there for one another, we did not fulfill our destiny. And we forgot our purpose is to serve, and serve, and serve, and serve, until Allah says, your time is up, come back home and get your reward, by telling us this ayah, إِنَّ هَذَا كَانَ لَكُمْ جَزَاءً وَكَانَ سَعْيُكُمْ مَشْكُورًا. This is Jannah, it is reward for you. And thank you for what you have done. Thank you for the way you live your life. In one of the iftars, it was Thursday, last Thursday, not yesterday, the Thursday before, the American ambassador extended her invitation to the Muslims to congratulate them with Ramadan. And I have to say some words, and I said to her, Your Excellency, I'm quoting your father. Your father said in 1961, mankind must put an end to war, or war will put an end to mankind. And this approach is a sign of peace. But the one peace that involves everybody. Every soul needs a peace. And he said again, the world is very different now. For man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of human poverty and all forms of human lives. The choice is up to mankind. We can do both. We can do what the Malaika said to Allah when he wanted to create Adam. قالوا أتجعل فيها من يفسد في الأرض من يسفك الدماء أتجعل فيها من يفسد فيها ويسفك الدماء. Oh Allah, will you place on earth someone who will cause mischief and corruption on it and shed blood? This is one part mankind can do. Or Allah's option, Allah's secret. قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون. I know about mankind something else you don't. And what is that? The positive part when we live for one another, and when we realize our purpose and educate ourselves, and then we fulfill our destiny, is to serve. And we need this service when we differ. How do you know someone loves you? In truth, it is when everyone else rejects you completely because you did something wrong or shameful, and the society judge you and throw you away and abandon you, and someone come and give you a hope, stand up. It is okay. We all make mistakes. You can restart again. Many people forget that being on the wrong road does not lead to hell. Remaining there does. Maybe we are on our way to Jahannam. Maybe we see someone on their way to Jahannam, but they will not end up in Jahannam unless they remain on that path. But when we realize and return, also our destiny will become different. And that's why we say, you are the captain of your fate, and you are the master of your destiny. It is up to us to decide to go to Jannah or not. It is up to us to go through Ramadan and reform our soul, or we don't. The sun of Ramadan will set this evening, or last evening yesterday, or the brothers and sisters of believing family who believe today is Eid, the sunset set yesterday for them. But the sunset reminds us that everything can be ended beautifully, as long we have good intention that tomorrow will be better. The sun will rise again, but we will be there. Ramadan will come back, but we will be there. We have to utilize every moment and do what we have to do to prosper, and do what we have to do to become accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I think we come to know by now, nothing in this dunya good for us except ibadah. Everything fails. We are sick and tired of food, with whatever kind it is, clothing, cars, houses. It is boring. And some of us, when extreme, out of getting bored, they decide to end their own lives because they don't know what to do next. The emptiness in the soul. Our happiness is not what is on earth, but what we take from earth back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is our ibadah. So Ramadan is setting for us to rise. And remember, it is not because we stood on our feet for hours every night to listen to a dhikr, to the Quran. Not because of that, but maybe because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will see us on our way to the Sirat al-Mustaqim without deviating, doing our best. And then he will look at us with the eye of mercy. Or maybe because since we met, we didn't harm one another. None is unfair to somebody else. We are just, unfair, and caring for one another. Especially when some of us go wrong and make a mistake. We need to show the beauty of Islam at that moment. We don't judge and curse. No one has a right to do so. but we have the right to educate and advise. Who deserve it will become inspired with that. We have the time to do a lot with one another, and we have the time to differ and say, I disagree with you, but you are my brother. In the end of the day, I wish you all the best. But when differences become hate, it is not the Islam that Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam taught us. He told us we will differ in many ways, but I guarantee you, if you follow the Amir, the leader, you will become united again. And we have the Amir, we have the leader. In every house we have an Amir, we call the husband or the father. In every mosque we have an Amir, we call the Imam. In every state, every country we have one. But we didn't give them their rights. We didn't respect them. We tell them, get out of the way. You don't know nothing about Islam. I know it. And when people say like that, we tell them, okay, come and lead the Ummah just for 1 month. And deal with everything. What will happen? It is very easy to become a short-term leader, to judge and divide the community in a short way and use them against one another. But to be a long-term leader, you must be able to lead your own desire first and kill your ego and swallow your pride if you want to lead. Otherwise, it's very hard. So we have to help them do their job. It's never easy. They all aim the Quran and the Sunnah. But it is so deep and wide. And they have been authorized by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to differ. And when they differ, they have to follow the Amir in the end. But when we lose respect to the Amir, we end up becoming divided. And I wish the division stays with love. It turns into hate. And we start to get the mindset of Iblis. Ana khayrun minhu. I am better than him. And once we have this mentality, we start to hate. And we start to judge. And when you judge people, you have no time to love them anymore. But Ramadan has tamed our hearts. If there is one bad person to talk about, that is me. I am bad enough to talk about. I have no time to talk about other people. And if we all have this mentality, we will really go through the self-criticism that we get in the month of Ramadan. Ramadan provides us with the moral consciousness that produces the self-accusing spirit. And when we do something wrong, we become so worried about what we have done. Not what others did, but what we have done. But once we think, I am better, we mistreat people when we think we are better than them. But a person who fasts Ramadan will never do that. We become humble and down to earth, and that is the meaning of لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. Perhaps training in spiritual progress for 1 month may cause you to reform yourself by yourself and throw away from your body whatever is not accepted by Islam, from your mind, from your house, from your mouth, and whatever. And that is the meaning of لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. And if we do that properly, the best thing to close this khutbah is with the hadith of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, when he said, مَنْ صَامَ رَمَضَانَ إِيمَانًا وَاحْتِسَابًا غُفِرَ لَهُ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنبِهِ. The question is, did you fast Ramadan 29 days or 30? If yes, don't worry about the 8 days. The real is not here, it is in Jannah, the real celebration. So if you fast Ramadan out of Iman, because you believe, I got to do this to prove that I'm a true believer, I'm a true Muslim. This is the text we have to pay to go through pain that will make us stronger, it will never hurt us. If we do that, it is guaranteed that all what we have committed in the past is wiped away if we fast out of Iman and out of looking for reward. And then he said, من قام رمضان إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. Another chance of becoming sinless again. If we do the Qiyamul Layl, Taraweeh, You can call it whatever you want. Qiyamul Layl, Tahajjud, Taraweeh, it is the same salah. 2 rak'ah, 4, 6, 8, 10. It is unlimited. Since the Prophet ﷺ said, Salatul Layli, Mathna, Mathna. فَإِنْ خَافَ أَحَدُكُمْ فَلْيُوتِرْ بِوَاحِدَةٍ. Night prayer is 2 rak'ah by 2 rak'ah. Keep on going. Up to 200 if you want, but make them 2 and give salam, 2 and give salam. And when you think that you are tired, you are going to sleep now, make the last one an odd number, witr. If you do that out of iman and looking for reward, all the sins are wiped away. And then he said, Man qama laylatal qadr imanan wa ihtisaban ghufira lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbi. Anyone who did dhikr and worship Allah on that night, Allah will forgive all the sins. So how dare I come to the end of Ramadan and be against somebody who fasted 29 days or 30? Maybe this person, in the eyes of Allah, one, what my words or my darkness in my heart will do to them. The believers love one another and pray for one another. المؤمنون بعضهم لبعض نصحا والمنافقون بعضهم لبعض غششا. The believers to one another are always giving advice to one another with respect and love. And a wise person always will accept advice, because advice is the most expensive thing somebody can give to you without taking anything in return. But only wise people listen and listen and listen. And believers always advise. We don't judge and throw to Jahannam. Alhamdulillah, Jahannam not in the hand of any of us. But to some people, they will be happy if all of us go to Jahannam because we have different opinions. But now, it's in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he even told the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, when he was angry and disappointed with his ummah on the day of Uhud, they made him bleed. They caused him a broken tooth. And he got cut on his forehead. And he said, كيف تفلح أمة أدموا نبيهم? How can an ummah be saved who caused their prophet to be bleeding? And Allah said to him, ليس لك من الأمر شيء, or Muhammad, up to you. أو يتوب عليهم أو يعذبهم. Allah can forgive them for what they have done to you or punish them, but not up to you. You just do your job. So we should never have that type of heart. We have to learn to love and be merciful, because mercy brings people together. And Allah sent the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam as a mercy for all of us. But unless we follow his sunnah, his way of life, we will forget to be merciful to one another and claiming to follow Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Ramadan will be over, but Qiyamul Layl will not be over. Reading the Quran will not be over. Giving charity will not be over. Zakatul Fitr will not be the last thing we give to the poor people. We will continue. But make sure you give Zakatul Fitr before the Eid prayer tomorrow. It must be done like that to purify our fasting in case we made some mistakes. And also to help the needy people join us in the joy of Eid, so they have new clothes and food to eat. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الحكيم وجعلنا وإياكم من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا ان هدانا الله من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. اشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. And to summarize these believers, I will not say much about what we have heard during the Taraweeh from the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I will not say what we have experienced during the Taraweeh. It was very lovely and nothing more beautiful than going to Allah together in crowd. And those who are strong carry the ones who are weak. And the grown up carry the little ones. And we can see we have such obedient children. There are many here today, but you don't hear any voice. This is the beauty of childhood. They listen. We just need to know how to touch their heart, because they learn through love and play and song. If we cannot play with children and love them and sing for them, we have nothing they want. Because the only God they know is the play and the love and the songs. And I can't forget when I left the lines during the Taraweeh to go to the bed because I was hearing some noise. And I thought it was one of the kids playing with the water bottles, and then one very little kid playing with his truck. And I looked at him, tried to talk to him nicely. He just looked at me and turned back playing with his truck again. And I read, he's telling me, the only God I know is this truck, so go away from me. This is the true nature. And we have to let the kids be the kids. And they represent peace and mistakes that can be corrected. It was very lovely Taraweeh, and may Allah repeat this to us. I can see we are learning to say the best among us have something bad in them, and the worst have something good in them. That's Friday, if you notice, the young people who we think look at their hairstyle and their baggy pants and the chain around their neck, and we think they are bad people. They love Allah, they just want to catch up. And they're finding the way. They brought one of them from the street here to say the Shahada. You have seen it. Alhamdulillah. These are the army of Muhammad alayhi sallam in the street. They will fill up this place when we are done. And one of them is leading our Taraweeh now. This is a joy for all of us. And many will join. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم أحسن ختامنا وأخرجنا من الدنيا مسلمين. اللهم أحسن ختامنا وأخرجنا من الدنيا مسلمين. ربنا تقبل منا صيامنا وقيامنا ولا تغل بها وجوهنا إنك بنا لرؤوف رحيم. اللهم اجعلنا لرمضان واجعل رمضان لنا وتقبله منا برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين. اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا واقض الدين عنا وعن المدينين واقم الصلاه.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
استووا اعتدلوا ولا سووا صفوفكم. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة information. Tomorrow we need two salat from the Eid. Number one start from 8 o'clock and the takbir from 7 o'clock. The first salat will be at 8 o'clock. The second one will be at 9:30, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. For tomorrow, be careful when you park your car, please, and park it properly so that others are not inconvenienced by you blocking the gate or double parking. Thank you.